Hello viewers. In my last video I discussed about the characteristics of ideal detector. In this video we'll discuss about the important detectors that are being used in supercritical fluid chromatography. Let's start with the UV visible absorbance detector. This UV visible absorbance detector is said to be the mainstay of the routine supercritical fluid applications, since it meets most of the ideal characters for a detector. So this is very regularly used. Carbon dioxide is the primary mobile phase component, and CO2, it does not appreciably absorb the UV visible radiation above 190 nanometer. So carbon dioxide is very well suited for UV visible detection, and hence CO2 is completely transparent to below 190 nanometer. We say the cutoff for CO2, the cutoff wavelength is 190 nanometer. Also the UV cutoff wavelength for some modifiers is also given. Methanol, the cutoff wavelength is about 205 nanometer. Ethanol, isopropanol, cutoff wavelength is about 210 nanometer. Acetonitrile, whose cutoff wavelength is about 195 nanometer, but it is seldom recommended for supercritical fluid chromatography because of its toxicity relatively. We can have some additives which are often some acids or bases, and they absorb around 230 nanometer, so this becomes the cutoff for these additives. So this may limit the ability to detect some compounds with weak chromophores. So to avoid absorbance at higher wavelength, a high purity modifier should always be used. Coming to the flow cell of the detector, the flow cell must be capable of withstanding the pressure of the mobile phase. So whatever pressure that is being coming from the mobile phase, the flow cell must withstand it. As a thumb rule, the volume of any UV visible cell, it should be less than 1/5 of the volume of mobile phase containing the fastest peak that the system is expected to produce. Many UV visible detectors, they also include heat exchangers, which we have seen in the instrumentation in the last video. So these heat exchangers, their work is to cool the mobile phase, or at least to minimize the temperature changes of the mobile phase inside the flow cell. So with this setup, UV visible absorbance detector becomes one of the best detectors in the SFC chromatography. Apart from this, the other detectors that are used are fluorescence detector. Fluorescence detector is found to have superior selectivity compared to UV absorbance detection, and also its sensitivity is also found to be higher. Especially for targeted analysis, this can be used. Targeted analysis in the sense that compounds which can produce some fluorescence, this detector is found to be the best one. So such compounds we call it as a targeted compounds. Signal to noise ratio is also found to be improved in this detector. It also has higher sensitivity. Its sensitivity is raised about 10 power 1 or 10 power 2 magnitudes. Just as in UV detection, here also the fluorescence detection cell, it must be capable of withstanding pressures coming from the supercritical fluid mobile phase. Whatever modifiers that are used, they are found to affect the fluorescence detection. How do they affect? In the sense they can absorb the wavelength or they can emit the wavelengths. So thereby it will interfere with the fluorescence detection. Well, that is a limiting factor. But altogether, to conclude, fluorescence is a very good detector, but this is a selective one, and it is not as widely used as UV detection. The next one is the flame-based detectors. Within these flame-based detectors, the most important one is the flame ionization detectors. These detectors are very widely used now along with the UV visible detectors. So we call this as a FID, which is a flagship among the flame-based detectors. pure carbon dioxide do not respond in the flame ionization detector. Therefore, we say FID is more compatible with pure CO2 as the mobile phase. But according to the solute components to be eluted, there are some modified mobile phases also, where some modifiers or co-solvents and additives are added. For such modified carbon dioxide mobile phases, there is a novel flame-based detector. We call it as a AFD. AFD refer to Universal Acoustic Flame Detector. Well, this AFD, it is based upon some changes that occur in the frequency of the acoustic emissions from an oscillating premixed hydrogen and oxygen flame. So the frequency, whatever frequency that is found in this equipment, it is found to be directly proportional to the carbon content of the organic analytes. So suppose if I am choosing my analyte as an organic compound, if the number of carbons are higher, the frequency of the detector is also found to increase in the case of AFD. This detector has a very reasonable sensitivity, because sensitivity becomes a key factor for any detector. It is found to be anywhere around 18 nanogram of carbon per second. The next one being the mass spectrometric detector. Whatever chromatography that we choose, mass spectrometry become one of the superior detectors. So any mass analyzer which is used for the liquid chromatography LC-MS, it can also be used, and it is also used for SFC-MS. The most commonly used method is a chemical ionization method. This we call it as atmospheric pressure chemical ionization. This is abbreviated as APCI. In APCI method, a very high voltage is discharged and it is used to create reagent ions from the mobile phase, which in turn will ionize the analytes. So in our technique, we may also use some modifiers, and when methanol is a modifier, when methanol is also added within the system, it performs an additional function, because methanol is usually added as a mobile phase modifier, but whenever this is added, methanol, it can also act as the source of reagent ions to ionize the analytes. We are not going to discuss about the details of the chemical ionization techniques here, because this is only about the detectors. This APCI technique has been widely used for the supercritical fluid mass spectrometry, including this includes applications to polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, explosives, surfactants, petroleum products, and there are huge applications in the field of pharmaceuticals. So there are also some other mass spectrometric methods. These methods include pneumatically assisted electron spray ionization, which is abbreviated as pneumatically assisted ESI. The other technique being the atmospheric pressure photo ionization, abbreviated as APPI, and several other techniques can also be found. So this is in brief about some important detectors that are being used in the supercritical fluid chromatography. Thank you.